Hey guys, Don here. I want to talk a little bit about building demand based on patient education. And what brought this up is I was talking to Tom a while ago. He does that Michigan Foot Doctors YouTube. He's got a good following on there, very good actually. And he mentioned me. He says, Don, people come 2 or 3 hours to see me only because they feel like they know me before they come into the office. And this is something that I've found that really works well for our patients, because the thing is we want to try, there's a term within marketing, you want to try to market or talk to your customers, your patients, in a vacuum, meaning you're like the only one giving them information. And what I've found is, so I'm going to give you an example of a patient yesterday. This is a patient that came from Acton. So Acton's about an hour away. So on their way to see me, they probably drove by, I don't know, another 20 podiatrists. And why did they choose one versus another? Is it because I'm that much better? Probably not. There's a lot of really, really good doctors. And so I think the question isn't about who's better. The question is who's really the better communicator. And the patient was able to identify with my practice and kind of my style. And this is really a key, trying to do what you really like to do, because that's going to attract those types of patients that you really like. What happened to this patient is on my blog, which is actually competing with my actual office website, on there I have these individual areas we serve, and one of them is Acton. And it says, we treat patients around Acton. And then she went there. She found that, and then from there was a couple of offers that I have on that blog, which is drpelto.com. One is courses, and the other one is books. So basically, both of them are leading people to get their name and email. The book is basically a book download on plantar fasciitis, which the main ones that I find that people go there for are plantar fasciitis and Achilles tendonitis. Those are the most common ones. And then there's also courses. So what she told me in her words, she said, I downloaded your book, I looked at all your videos, and really I wanted a ton of information, and that's what you were able to provide for me. And I frequently get patients ask, well, how much is your course? I said, well, the course is free, but it does get their email. And then from that email with the plantar fasciitis ones, basically what it does is it drips them in a sequence videos, because videos are easiest for me on plantar fasciitis. So that's how that works, and that gets people to come in from hours away, only because they identify with you. Now they can Google people, but if you have the most Google reviews and you have the most content that really is speaking to their questions, they're going to come and see you. So how do you practically implement this? I'm a very kind of structured, organized type of guy. All I try to do is 2 video posts on my YouTube a week. And then I try to do like one educational, like my presentation. I try to do one of those a month. Okay, so I'm putting out this new content as I'm making my new slides, and I use these same slides in my presentation with my patients. So that's the way I'm doing it. I know some other people, they do all these like crazy visuals with the moving parts and everything like that. I don't know how to do that. It's more complex for me. All I do is I do a PowerPoint, and these are the same ones I'm using, and I'm tweaking every single day with my patients, and so they're always kind of updated. And then I try to update one a month, make it kind of look better based on just colors and stuff like that. And those are the ones that I record and I put on YouTube. And then from those, I actually kind of make the course. So all the courses is a combination of a lot of these videos that I put together on these different topics. So anyway, that's how it's working for me, and it seems to be working well. Patients are coming from a far distance just to see me because of that. Once again, that's what you need to do. You need to find a way that you can market to patients in a vacuum. How can you be the only one that's speaking to them? Okay, and then as I mentioned before, we are doing a webinar on neuromas. So what I'll do is I'll then take these slides from our neuroma lecture and I'll record my own thing over that. So I have the one that all the doctors talked about, I have my own neuroma one, and that'll be in my neuroma course. Okay, and then from that you can actually take, which I've talked about before, that if you go to Podiatry Practice Mastery on my recommendations, there's a site called Designer. this is the cool thing. So you can take your actual webinar and the slides, and you take and make it a transcript. So the way you do that is when you record your webinar, you record it on the cloud for Zoom. Okay, when you record it on the cloud, I have mine connected to otter.io, OTTER.io. What that is, it's a way it transcribes it for you when you're doing your actual event. And then you just take that transcription, you upload it, you edit it, or you have someone edit it for you, maybe a virtual assistant, and that's kind of and then you take the slides and you throw them in there, and you move that all into Designer. Once it's all done in Word, put it into Designer, and it'll make it into a nice book. So that's your book download. So you have your book download, which is basically just a transcript. Then you have some videos, and that's kind of your course. So that's how it works. I put all this on my site, which is Kajabi. So if you go to my Dr. Pelto one, you go down the bottom, you click Kajabi, you can learn more about that. That's where I put it. Just makes it easy for me. I actually didn't design it. I just had someone on Fiverr design it. I think I paid them $80. They made one page, and I just kind of keep copying that page that they made for me that looked nice. Okay? Anyway, those are some thoughts. Hope it helps. Once again, invite you to join Podiatry Practice Mastery. Send me a message. If you want to do one of these, be part of the podcast, let me know. I'd love to chat, love to talk about your situation, what you're going through, struggles. We could even talk about this live and make some content, because I think it's really easy to make content. And as I've mentioned to you guys that I've talked one-on-one, it kind of, it's very, how do you say it? Kind of, not boring, lonely. It's kind of lonely working on these projects like this. I enjoy doing it, but it'd be nice if someone sent me a message. I get some feedback once in a while that people are enjoying it. And if you want to chat about anything, we can record a podcast. That would be fun as well. Okay, have a great day, guys.